Yes, that's right. Welcome to the sanctuary. I'm Kyle, and I'm here to tell you, never be afraid. Step into the pleasure den of the absurd. Now, I hope you can hear some of that music that's playing in the background. And if you can't, well, I'm here to talk about the latest TOHO soundtrack composed by Akira Ifukube, released on Mondo Death Waltz recording. It's the 2 LP 3-sided record set of Godzilla vs. Mothra, the battle for Earth. Now, all of these Death Waltz Ifukube soundtracks sound great, and they're all on like their own unique colored and multi-colored splatter vinyl. It's really good, and they all have this little sleeve showing you the title of the movie, that it's got the official TOHO logo. This is on 140 gram Batra Beam versus Mothra Silk. So each LP has its own unique colored vinyl. And so you'll see both of those in the thumbnail for this video, because I got one playing on the turntable now. And, you know, if you want to help this channel and donate to the sanctuary, well, my email to use PayPal will be in the description of this video and all my videos. You know, eventually I'd like to get a laptop to be able to, you know, edit these in the, you know, ADHD, modern, contemporary way, so people can enjoy the video without having to concentrate on somebody talking all the time. So, oh, they're calling Mothra the 2 twin fairies. Well, let's look at this album, shall we, while the twin fairies call out. And here they are, represented via artwork on the sleeve, the album sleeve. You can just imagine the both of them from Infant Island, or it might not have. It might have been called something else, actually. Infant Island. Let's see. They're called the Cosmos Twins in this one. So this movie came out in 1992. And this one has Godzilla fighting not only Mothra, but another evil type of Mothra character. It almost looks like a wasp or something. It's called Batra. And yeah, the movie itself, it's all about ecology and stuff like that. But the movie you could pass on, and I'll be doing a video at some other time about my feelings about Godzilla movies now that I'm older and wiser. Here's the cover, nice artwork. You got Mothra flying there, fighting Godzilla. It opens up gatefold. That's one thing too I never quite understood. Mothra larvae comes out of an egg, yet the larvae wrap themselves up like a caterpillar would, and from that cocoon, Mothra would appear. So I never understood the whole part about the egg. But That is the evil Batra. You can see there the nemesis of Mothra and also the world. So, let me show you the rest of it. This is the first album, different color sleeve. And this is really cool. I mean, look at that. Isn't that pretty wild? And it tells you all the tracks on that side. And it's the same effect on the other side. Pretty cool, huh? And so this, a lot of the themes were used before in the 1964 Mothra vs. Godzilla film, the original. Of course, this particular story, you know, you could forget about that film. The 1980s and 1990s series of Godzilla films only related to the original 54 one. Forget everything that came in between. They carry on the story, you know, from 30 years later into starting at 1984. And Ifukube did not score all of those films. They brought him back in the film previous to this in 1991 with Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. And let's see, he did that. He did King Ghidorah, then he did Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. He did this, and then he did Godzilla vs. Destroyer, which ended the series in 1995. And Godzilla was later to return again in various forms in the new millennia. And, you know, I didn't go out of my way to watch any of those at the time, but the oh, and this one too is also embossed with a number. This is number 1740. This is the back of the album, and it gives you all the listings there. And good soundtrack. He repeats the theme to the Sacred Springs often on this soundtrack, but the one that really does it for me, is this one. Mothra Heads into Outer Space is the title. And I don't know what instrument he's playing this on, but this is such a nice piece of music. And that's the great thing about Ifukube, is he could write for an orchestra, he could write for solo instruments. Sometimes he would have a vocal chorus on his works. But he, you know, used the instruments well to dramatic effect in the films. He would often have odd time signatures, sometimes fluctuating between like 3/4 and 4/4, or sometimes even 5/4. You know, beautiful melodies. Sometimes, you know, his music that was very somber, you know, was very sweetly sad and to dramatic effect. And this piece of music here, you know, sort of exemplifies that. Mothra Heads in the Outer Space. If you can't quite hear it on this video, I'll try and find a link to it and put it in the description of this video. But so not only was he a great arranger, composer, and of beautiful melodies and bombastic, noisy effects. He did military marches, odd time signatures, and also key changes, and it fit. It fit, and that's why, as a kid, we always loved watching the Godzilla movies, and we could identify the various themes of the monsters. And so with that, if you're a fan of Godzilla and Ifukube, check out these, and never be afraid. Step into the pleasure den of the absurd.